Well, the bags are packed, the confirmations are printed, and your parent is sitting in the kitchen at the kitchen table and genuinely excited for this summer's family reunion or trip, whatever the event may be. But as the travel date gets closer, you might notice a familiar worry. Instead of excitement, you feel a quiet, persistent concern. You find yourself thinking about how easily they get turned around in their own neighborhood, how their morning medication routine has become more complicated, how they say the wrong things to people, and how quickly their mood shifts from fatigue when they're tired to maybe even nasty. If you've gently mentioned that a long flight or a multi-stop road trip might be difficult for them and the conversation didn't go the way you hoped, please know we've all heard this and you're not doing anything wrong. This is one of the more common, more difficult moments in caring for someone you love. Welcome to Caregiver Haven. I'm Suzanne Fasella, a retired physician assistant and senior care strategist. For years in my clinical practice and in the classroom, I've believed in one simple thing. People are almost always doing the best they can with what they have. That's true for your parent, and it is true for you. So today, we're not here to point out what's going wrong. We're here to quietly build a plan that helps things go right. It's natural to want to believe when they tell you they completely understand what the trip involves and they want to do it. That's not naive. It's hopeful. It's a sign of how much you want things to be okay for them. Sure, you would love to have them come. Here's some helpful context. At home, your parents' day-to-day clarity is quietly supported by familiar surroundings, which means they're home. Their brain relies on small, steady reference points, the exact height of their mattress or their bed, the layout of the bathroom in the dark, certain foods that keep them regular, and a routine that keeps stress levels calm and predictable. Well, travel changes all that at once. Airport delays, crowds, the noise, an unfamiliar hotel room in the middle of the night removes all those anchors, even temporarily. This kind of change can bring on something we sometimes call environmental confusion. Not a sign of failure on anyone's part, just a natural response to a lot of new input at once. And it can show up as increased anxiety, restlessness, a bit more resistance than usual, or saying the wrong thing to another person. Don't think the trip was a mistake. It just means that a little extra thoughtfulness can go a long way. So sometimes when you ask your loved one how they feel, you're not going to get the whole story. You may notice that simply asking a parent that question doesn't give them the full picture. Many people navigating early or middle stage memory changes instinctively want to appear capable, not because they're being dishonest, but because independence matters deeply to them, just as it would to any of us. They might do wonderfully well during a short phone call with a relative, which is a lovely thing to witness. It also means that that person may not see everything you see day to day. And that's okay too. But to encourage you to bring mom and dad with you to a family event puts you in a predicament. They don't know the whole story. You're not trying to prove anyone wrong. You're simply the one who knows the fuller story. And that gives you a helpful head start in planning. So here's a few thoughtful ways to support their trip. Rather than more conversations or trying to change anyone's mind, think about these quick steps that you can do. Your own version of a steady care plan for travel days. That's what we'll call it. First, consider a stable destination. Where possible, a direct flight or just one road trip rather than multiple stops or hotel changes. This is going to make a real difference in how settled your parent feels. Also, consider a hotel versus someone's home. A hotel is quiet, keeping your aging parent from being overstimulated. It also has handicapped accommodations. And you can control the amount of social time she gets by pulling her out of the event and taking her home when she's tired. Second, the medication routine has to stay the same. So if you're changing time zones, make sure you stay on the original time zone. Make sure you keep the medications with you at all times. You carry them onto the plane. You never leave them anywhere else. Third, keep an eye on hydration. It is common for older adults to quietly drink less when traveling, often out of a very understandable worry about finding a bathroom in time. But like us, all of us, we get busy with other things and we forget to drink the usual amount of water when we're traveling. This can lead to a urinary tract infection or worse. So gently offering them sips of water and planning restroom breaks and asking them if they need to go and finding the restroom or knowing ahead of time where it is throughout the day makes things so much easier. You can do this. These are just a few practical steps, but they can make a real difference in how enjoyable this trip is for both of you. And the memories you build together are going to last beyond the trip itself. Your patience and thoughtfulness in planning this kind of care for your aging parent don't go unnoticed. Your family will see the effort you put in, and one day your parent may look back on this trip not with anxiety, but with joy, because you quietly made it possible just with these 3 things. You're already doing so much right. You're paying attention, you're asking questions, and you're here learning because you care deeply about getting this right for your parent. That matters more than you know. And if you like more than just a few tips, if you want a full, steady senior care plan to guide you through choices like these and so many more, not just for this trip, but for the road ahead, that's exactly what we've built for you. So in the description box below, you're going to find a link to join our community and download our free 25-point Senior Care Daily Systems Audit. It's a clinical tool I've always used to help guide me as to where the aging parent is. So it's designed to help you turn what you already know about your parent into a clear, confident plan so you can feel more prepared, not more anxious. And if you like some of the extra support in navigating these conversations with a little bit more ease, then click that link to read our complete guide, How to Handle Stubborn, they're not really stubborn, but stubborn aging parents, moving past the friction between you and your aging parent. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.